Let's me pause the music. There we go. Holy shit. There we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of Streamer Talks. Today we'll be hosting in a very important streamer. You know, he's a great friend. I work for him now. It's crazy. He hired a Mexican for free labor. That's crazy. I'm just kidding. Love you, buddy. But today we're joined with the one and only DWolf1984. They can see your face.
How we doing, y'all? Welcome in, everybody. Nick Ninja's in there already. Mr. Strowns, how we doing? I do sound rough, don't I?
A little bit, but you sound better. So.
Hey, maybe we'll get a deeper voice. That's all I need right now, right? It sounded like I was going through puberty yesterday. So, but how's everybody doing? How are you doing, Ed? How was your week?
It's been going good. Got done scholarships, colleges, so it's going good.
Scholarships are important.
How was your week? I know that you were sick for a bit.
All week. But it wasn't too bad. I mean, at least my work isn't very, what can I say, physical demanding. It's mentally demanding, but not physically. So I was able to sit there at the computer and still be able to handle it. It wasn't too bad.
Well, that's good.
But hey, Miss Strowns, how you doing there, Prince? That's my. She actually is a wife of Mr. Strowns Chaos, good friend of the den.
I miss Chaos.
Stroud.
I hardly see him.
Stroud. Yes. He still streams every so often, I think. I try to catch his streams, but I miss it.
Hi, Tiger Lily.
And there's the Tiger Lily.
Well, D-Wolf, I got a couple questions to ask you.
Oh boy. Okay.
Questions that I think we all need to know before you hit your 2-year stream affiliate anniversary.
It'd be coming up in the 26th this month, actually.
You know, you're really mysterious lately. You know, but the first question that I want to ask you: why did you start streaming?
You said mysterious, so I gotta get the mask now, right? Why did I start streaming? That's a very good question. Actually had to answer that question the other day with my neighbor because thank you so much for the follow. Everything is awesome. Good dream. Wasn't expecting that. But no, I started streaming when my kids were the main reason I started streaming. They wanted to start streaming themselves, and they always said that they were going to be streamers. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And I don't know. They just always said it, and I finally got tired of it, and I got a PS5, which I could do it with it, and I just started doing it, and I wanted to show them they could do it if they really put their mind to it. And then I met some amazing people like you, Neo, Tiger Lily, Ninja. You know, a lot of people came along and really helped me guide me through it and made it so much easier to want to stay.
Oh, okay. What keeps you motivated
What
to stream?
keeps me what keeps me motivated? Well, I'm one of those people who I like to see people smile. If
Mm-hmm.
I can make a person laugh, even if it's just brighten their day up a little bit, because everybody goes through their own shit on a daily basis. You never know what someone's going to go through. So it's always, you know, it's always been one of my things to always try to make someone not make, I guess it's a strong word to say, but I'm going to force you to smile. But I'd like to see everybody at least smile once a day if I can. And if I do that, then I feel like my day's complete. And being able to get on here and hang out and help people smile and play games, and it's something fun to do. And that's what motivates me to do it more.
Oh, okay. Wow. For the longest time, I thought it was eating the bugs that kept you motivated.
No, no, that is definitely not a motivation at all. No. That that that's a different question.
All the bugs. Oh yeah, I stream because I just like to eat the bugs. uh
You know, there are things I will say that we streamers do that are funny and are weird and crazy, but as long as people do get enjoyment out of it, that's all that matters, really. Yes, the tarantula is not the greatest thing to eat, or a water scorpion isn't the most fun thing to eat, or waxing your arms isn't the funnest thing to do. But at the end of the day, it gets a lot of smiles and it makes a lot of people's days brighter. So it's another part of
it's good. Hmm. What's your favorite or least thing about streaming?
it. I don't know. Like that question. See, I got that list too. So that question is a challenging question to answer because there's so many things about stream that are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's where you can start with it. You get to meet some interesting characters, play some amazing games, and sometimes when you're a sweat at a game, you get to pull off some amazing moves and amazing trick shots, Mister. Over here,
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not a sweat. I'm new to every game, right, chat?
but and I don't know. I just think there's always everybody sometimes getting that idea that there's a competition sometimes. I never think of streaming as a competition. I always think of it as somewhere to meet, hang out, and meet new people. That's the bad thing about it is I think that's the only downside to streaming is everybody turns into I'm better because I do this
Mm-hmm.
eventually. But there's are the ones who don't, and that's what makes it amazing. I did that in sweet and quick terms as I can about being. What'd you do now?
Nothing.
I know.
I didn't do anything. My aunt keeps
Ninja,
using, so
you
I've been
noticed.
having to mute.
Why do you have to mute for it? What's going on? What,
So I could say
what'd you do?
bless you because I didn't want to interrupt you.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Love your face, buddy.
Disgusting.
I have a.
So when it comes
Okay.
to streaming, do you like prefer to stream alone when you're playing a certain type of game, or do you prefer like altogether stream with friends?
See, and again, just like you said, depends on the game, really. Like, if I could play with friends, I would prefer to play with a group of friends. I really do find it more enjoyment and more therapeutic to play with people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's so easy for us to get in that whole I need to be by myself, play by myself aspect. We don't realize sometimes we need to play with more people. And I do enjoy playing with the friends I have, even though some of them can be sweaty and evil and troll, um, and make you eat things and do things you don't want to do. But they do it with love in their heart.
Mm-hmm. So
I mean,
you,
like when we make you eat something spicy, that's because we love you.
I don't know about that one, Chief, but okay. Whatever you gotta tell yourself, you know? No, I'm just kidding. I miss eating spicy things. That's another thing I need to build up my spice tolerance.
Oh, Do you have something spicy?
No, I do not, sadly.
We need to fix that.
Yeah.
We need to change this right here.
Yeah. Okay, well, since we know like a little bit about your streaming stuff now, I want to take this way back. This next question that I'm about to ask you.
Oh, that's scary.
Like we're going back to your childhood. You know.
What? Why? We don't want to go that traumatic, do we?
Next question I'm going to ask you. What was your dream job growing up?
My dream job. Okay, so I had a couple actually. My first dream job probably ever would have been a zoologist. I wanted to actually do something with animals, which I was a vet tech at one point. But I always felt closer to animals than people. It was easier to get along with an animal, understand how an animal thought and behaved than it was to understand a human's thought patterns. And that's when I was younger. I always wanted, and then it was a firefighter. I was on the fire department for 3 years. That's why I slashed the tip of my thumb off.
Hmm.
But out of all the jobs, I would still say if I had to pick a dream job, it would still be zoologist.
I can see you as Dr. Doolittle. I think that's his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Guy who talks to animals.
Well, since we're on the animal topic, if you could be any animal, what would it be and why?
Well, it's easy. The wolf. They're loyal. They're majestic, and they run in a pack. And they understand how things go. Wolf is probably one of the most noblest creatures.
Would you ever have a pet wolf if you could?
If I was allowed to, yes. But where I'm at, we're not really allowed to. We can have hybrid. There is a hybrid, matter of fact, rescue about an hour away from where I live. I plan to go down to it, and I want to get a GoPro cam and bring you guys with me when we go down there so we can visit them together. Um, but that'll be next spring.
We got some more information, chat. Somebody clip it so he doesn't take his word back on it. No, I'm just kidding.
A little preview of a surprise for next year.
Oh, okay. Now let me ask you this: do you have a lot of behind the scenes stuff planned for next year that we don't know about?
Uh, I mean, it depends. Like I said, if I get the stuff I need to do a lot of it, I would. I'd like to do a little bit more in real life streams, like a little more urban ghost stuff as well. Um, take you guys with me to the Hannah House event next year, and I show you guys the event that I work every year, stuff like that as well.
Oh, okay. That would be fun. A little bit of ghost hunting on Twitch. Thank you so much, Amanda Lee 0424 for the follow. How are you? I guess since we're on the topic of you wanting to go to haunted places, right?
Mhm.
I guess the next question I'll ask you, right? If you could have lunch with any if you could have lunch with anyone dead or alive, who would it be and why?
That's a good question. And it would be the one person who I've always wanted to meet, and that was Robin Williams. I don't know if that's like a cop out answer or what, but Robin Williams was probably one of the most inspirational actors and men that I have ever met, got to learn about and watch through his acting career.
Hmm.
And I think I could understand him quite a bit. He was definitely one of my role models growing up. I would have loved to sit down and have a lunch with him one time. Next would be Jim Carrey.
Those are good picks. Yeah, those are really good picks. I would have loved to see them in a movie together. I feel like
Yes,
they would have been
I feel
funny.
like Jim and Robin in a movie together that they would have broke the box office.
Yeah.
Especially if he brought his Mork and Mindy exit out with like the mask.
I love that movie.
That would be awesome.
All right, here's the last question before things really switched up. I mean, switch up.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
If you could tell your younger self anything, what would it be?
That it may be hard in the beginning, but if you keep pushing, you do meet friends eventually along the way.
I like that. And that's good advice.
It's something I've thought about for a long time, especially like some of those videos where like you only have so long or so many words, and that's the simplest way you can put it, I think. And I think if that came from you, you would be more inclined to go.
Yeah.
Let's do it a little harder.
I like that. That hits deep.
It's very simple. It's I ever since I started streaming, I've met some of the closest people I could ever imagine. Um, and I enjoy talking to everybody I've met and seeing how their day's going, and it's been an amazing adventure.
I'm glad you hopped on the wagon when you did, because it's been
Hmm.
great meeting you and getting to know you better. You've
It's
been
definitely it's definitely was fun. It was meant to be.
Yes,
I
it
enjoy
was.
it.
But all right, chat. We're gonna switch things up. I asked DWolf 8 questions, which I knew offhand. He gets to ask me 8 questions that I don't even know what he'll ask me. I mean, like, he could ask me if I'm really Mexican or not, you know?
I can ask how he got across that border so many times. I mean, what?
He could, you know?
So we're gonna kind of do like you did. I did for me. I'm gonna kind of jump around the questions a little bit, but I'm also gonna kind of fill around and see where we might go through them.
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
You're good. Actually, 1 second, chat as well. Hold on. Really quick. Nope, you're good. I had to close my door. There we go.
Apologize about that, y'all. It's my. All right. So Ed, I've got to know you over the past, let's say, how long you've been following me now? Almost 17 months.
Um.
You can go into my chat.
Yeah, I should totally know this. I'm totally not your editor. 1 year, 11 months, 6 days. Mm-hmm. I knew that. Yeah. You saw nothing. Mm-hmm.
Too bad OBS is open. But
Yeah.
and I've talked to you off and on, and we've got to know a little about each other. And I know how much you enjoy editing and being behind the scenes as much as you do in the scenes. Um, so you kind of like get in and out of it. What? Okay. I have to get in this because I'm looking at these questions and I have to figure out how I'm going to order this the way I want to order it to go in the question. This is the hard part.
Ooh. He's organizing chat. I'm nervous now. Oh gosh.
Okay. I'm going to be nice first. What kind of content is your favorite or least favorite to stream?
That's a hard one. Um, because when it comes to, that's a hard one because I'm thinking of different aspects of it. Um, I want to say my favorite content to stream is probably horror games because one, they're scary. I love horror games in general. They're easy to edit as well when
Okay.
posting them on YouTube or any social media.
So is that now? Here's a bonus question because you didn't say I couldn't throw a bonus question on top of
Oh
this. Is
shit.
that when you're by yourself or when you're with other people?
Um, I mean, I've only played horror games by myself. Um,
Have you ever tried playing them with other people? Would you?
I have not, but I would like to take that challenge.
You see where I led you into there now, don't you?
Yeah, and to answer the other question about the lease part,
Mhm.
probably first person shooter games to like
Really?
it's I know it's crazy. Yeah, I'm a first person shooter type of guy, but like I love first person shooter, but it's I also feel bad as well when I'm playing them because I notice when I play first person shooter games, I don't pay attention to chat a lot, or I'm not engaging in the conversation, or I'm not really vocal about it, you know. Where I've noticed like in horror games, I start yapping. Like it's really hard for me to shut up during horror games.
Okay, so that leads me to the next question then. What is the best worst game you've played on stream?
The best worst game. Let's take a look at my Steam library. That's an interesting topic. Least favorite. Wait, what was the question?
What is the best or worst game you've played on Steam? So how about let's do both. What is the best and what is your worst game?
My worst game. Prob my worst game would probably have to be um damn, that's a hard one. I know this is gonna trigger some people.
Ooh, trigger warning.
I know this is gonna trigger some people. But in my defense, it's not the same. I have to say the worst game that I've ever streamed is Halo Infinite.
Huh?
It's not
Infinite. Which one is that? Is that the
that's the
very
newest one.
first
That's the
one,
new one.
or that the newest? I ain't gonna lie, I liked the new one. Yes, it wasn't the same as the older Halos. I will give you that. But I kind of liked the new one. I liked the grapple hook. I liked, some of the fighting in it.
Yeah, it just wasn't a game that I could really connect with on stream especially. It didn't feel like the same original Master Chief that we all are used to playing, especially with them creating new games, the storylines. I feel like the campaigns have been getting shorter and the stories have been lacking.
Well, I feel like they're going more open map is what they're trying to do with it. and that is a tricky subject to do, especially when you start out as only campaign-based missions.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's like, if you remember correctly, COD, Call of Duty, used to actually only be missions. It used to be you only went and fought in World War missions all the way through. There was no actual world, no war zone. You didn't fight each other multiplayer. That all that was later in his career. So I mean, Halo's just trying, I think, go big, and maybe they're not quite ready for it, or they need to add a little more into it.
Yeah.
Because I agree with you, the campaign wasn't very long at all. It was not long at
Yeah.
all. Okay, so you answered your worst. What was the best one you've ever played? Bar none, best game you ever played from Steam.
From Steam. Um this is well, let's look at all the games. I haven't played a lot of these. I'm just going to be straight up honest. Probably the best from Steam that really blew my mind away, and I'm still playing it, would probably be Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Not
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah. Not only because I'm such a huge FNAF fan and I know the lore and I've been studying the lore. um
Now, is that your final answer? Like you're locking it in?
yeah. Not only because I'm
All right.
such a huge fan and I know the lore, but only because it opened up so many gateways to new horror games that I can start playing. And it just kind of opened up my mind to like more horror, more creepy, working on my own horror game, the slasher kills and stuff like that. So it just kind of opened up my mind and
So,
let me explore. So,
so since you're interested in playing scary games,
mhm,
that means we're going to try to get you into playing some of the multiplayer scary games with us, like the demon ones and stuff like that.
mhm,
But all right, all right. So I'll go to I'll ask one more question in those areas of getting to know you in the stream, and we'll do the easy one.
mhm.
Why did you start streaming at all? What was your first motivation to start streaming?
That's a good. Here, pull this back up. That's a good. Um, shit. Let me pull up. Well, first off, I didn't know what streaming was when I was younger. I would just sit on my iPad, watch Minecraft videos. And I got the encouragement to start creating YouTube videos first, and then the streaming came after. Was after I watched Stampy Longnose's Minecraft video, and then after I explored and I was watching Dan TDM and he said he was going to start streaming on Twitch. And then that's when I downloaded this amazing, beautiful app that we're on now. And I saw a ton of live channels one day and I was like, wait, what is this? And I was like, oh, wow, these people are actually in real time and they're interacting with us.
Right.
How old do I need to be? And Twitch, I'm so sorry, but I broke your TOS and I started streaming before I was 13. So, but I loved it ever since.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So I mean, that was your only motivation?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say that was my only motivation, and I guess like meeting new people outside of the real world, because when I was little I really never really had any friends, or I would have a lot of fake friends during that time. So it just kind of gave me the closure that I really needed and just meeting new people, you know,
Hmm.
which
Right.
I'm glad that I have met you. I tell, all of my IRL friends, they ask me, they're like, who do you play with online? And I'm like, I just hang out with my adult buddies, like I'm good.
We're good influences, we swear.
Yeah, you guys have
Use the
taught
bad
me a
influence.
lot. No. Wow.
What? Why did you say that? My bad. All right, all right, all right. So now we're gonna get more personal.
Oh gosh.
Now we're gonna go into the more personal side of it here. Don't worry, I've been reading through them. I've been looking at them and kind of deciding where I want to go with this. So I've been kind of looking, and I think I might have a couple that are gonna make you go,
Okay.
So we're gonna go. If there was one place that you could go live without money being a problem, where would you go live? No, is that live or live? Excuse me, live. Excuse me, live.
Yeah, that's supposed to. I was like, wait, what?
Live, live.
Live.
My bad. I read that wrong.
You're good.
I read that wrong.
No.
I'll make that.
To be honest, I don't blame you. It's like basically the same concept. Yeah. um.
That's why I kind of said it to be a little bit of my facetious self, but at the same time, just to see if you catch it. Okay, still the same question. If wherever you could go, not even ask you, where would you go to live?
Damn. One thing I would. Interesting.
Of course, now that makes me want to ask you both questions.
One place I would really want to live would probably have to be Alaska.
Really?
Yeah, because I really liked the cold. The nature was great. Exploring the outdoors, the foggy mountains. It was just really calming and like settling there. And it's like there's small towns that you can drive through, and it was just really peaceful.
I like that. That's interesting. I've always wanted to go to Alaska. I've done a lot of studying on Alaska. I know about the Alaskan Triangle. You have the otter squatch thing up there.
Mm-hmm.
They had a settlement who they tried 3 times. They couldn't because it kept failing. Yeah, yeah, I know all about their history. So yeah, yeah, it's a very interesting continent. That's very interesting. Okay, so I have to know this because we all want to know this. Who is your celebrity crush and why?
That's an interesting one. I really need to get rid of that question. Here's the thing. I don't have a celebrity crush. I don't.
Bull. There's
I know.
not one celebrity you look at and go, huh.
No, I don't really have a celebrity crush. Like when people ask me if I have a celebrity crush, I just think it's really dumb because I'm like in my mind I'm like I know I'm not going to get with that person. So why should I have a crush with them, and not to call Twitch out, but especially what happened at TwitchCon, I don't want people to think me as a weirdo or creep.
I mean, that's true. I understand that. I get that.
But if I was to have a celebrity crush, would probably have to be Olivia Rodrigo. Yeah.
I can see why. Understandable.
Yeah.
I got it. All right. So, one more personal question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever have a journal as a kid?
Did I ever have a journal as a kid? Yes and no.
Explain.
I didn't have like I would have a journal and then I would later rip it up. I would get rid of it. And then until like I want to say last year, I started journaling again. So.
Okay.
And then I got rid of it. So. Yeah.
All right. So the last two, I'm gonna do the randoms.
Oh gosh.
We're gonna go a little crazy with it. Okay. So we're gonna do, if you were to give yourself a flavor, what flavor would you be? Yes.
What the fuck?
Yes. These are the questions you have on here, by the way.
I didn't write these questions, remember? If I were
Did
to
you proofread them?
no.
Okay.
If I were to give myself a flavor, well, I'm Mexican, so obviously horchata. How the fuck?
Because you're Mexican, you have to taste Mexican. But you couldn't be a Rice Krispie treat.
No, I don't like Rice Krispie treats. They hurt my teeth.
Couldn't be a cheeseburger.
No,
Hot dog.
no, you get tired of them quickly.
French fries.
No,
You don't eat French fries.
I mean I do, but I don't want to taste like a French fry.
Chicken nuggets.
No,
Ice cream.
no. I get my flavor would probably horchata or would probably have to be pumpkin spice. No.
Weren't you just giving someone shit earlier about somebody messing with ramen and it being like, a pumpkin spice ramen at that?
Hey, you don't put pumpkin spice and frickin' noodles together, okay? The hell is that? Like, no. Those go separately. I like pumpkin spice with my coffee, not with my noodles.
Like pumpkin spice, that means everything's gonna taste like pumpkin spice.
But technically it doesn't define that, if you were able to give yourself a flavor. So let's say if somebody like bites your arm, would you taste like pumpkin spice? But that doesn't mean directly if if you tasted like a pumpkin spice flavor and you were eating everything. Like let's say if I was eating a burger or taco, that didn't really define.
Everything tastes like pumpkin spice. Even when you kiss somebody, that means your spit tastes like pumpkin spice. So that means your taste buds excrete pumpkin spice.
Hmm.
So that means when you swallow some of your spit, it'll be pumpkin spice flavored, by the way.
So why would I choose a hot dog then, if you really think about it?
I don't know. I was just naming stuff.
Like with ice cream, I feel like you can easily get hypothermia if you're thinking.
If you taste like any kind of ice cream, like man, never mind. I ain't gonna go there.
They also taste the coldness as well. I mean, like that's what I'm thinking of. Like, do you taste the coldness and the flavor? Or...
No, just the flavor. You want any kind of ice cream flavor, anything. The flavor. Is what I was thinking.
Hmm.
So like, if you wanna taste like a Butterfinger, you taste like a Butterfinger. But last one. This one's gonna be controversial because you're gonna have to choose.
Oh
We're
god.
going with number 50. Out of all of your friends, which would you want to get stuck on an island or in the forest? Okay, hold on. In the forest with, and why?
So I have to choose one friend, right?
Yep, to be stuck in the forest with.
Probably Fallen.
It's a good one. Can I ask why?
Sure. Yeah.
'Cause it says why.
Probably Fallen, because if you really think about it, he has, like, knowing him, I already know he would have good survival skills.
Right.
He's also, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, National Guard as well.
Right.
Plus me and him get along great. So I think that would be a good choice, you know.
That is a very good choice. I like that choice. That's a very good
Plus,
choice.
he's Mexican, you know. We'll get along great, you know.
I mean that I myself, it's hard to say because I've also been like raised out in the woods too, so I'd have to probably bring my uncle.
Your uncle? Huh.
Yeah,
May I ask why?
he grew up on a farm. He grew up surviving in the woods.
Oh, I did not know that.
I was taught how to survive in the woods by him. I know how to fish, hunt, and I know how to go get shrooms. Not the ones that make you see stuff, the ones that are
Oh.
you. Those, if you want those, you gotta go to a cow patty, and you better do it at the right time. They can But I think that's all 8 questions I had to ask you, isn't it? I think. I mean, I could keep asking you questions if you'd like,
Up to you. I don't mind answering two more or one.
because I can go through a few more of these. A few of these I've seen that I figured you might like to ask. Actually, I would kind of like to know what is your most favorite. What's your favorite kind of weather? What's like kind of weather do you like?
Foggy rain weather. Yeah.
See, I'm not more. I'm more of a. I guess I would say spring, maybe spring, because I guess my birthday's in March, so I'm more of like when it's still cool in the morning but warm in the afternoon kind of thing.
Hmm. I just like the fog.
You like that movie?
Yeah, it reminds me of a lot of serial killers. You know, you can just pop up in the fog. Yeah.
So okay, what is the longest stream you've ever done then?
Hmm.
'Cause you've streamed for a while now, if I'm not mistaken. What, 3 years, 4 years,
5 years. Yeah.
5 years? Yeah.
5 years streaming. February. I want to say no February. Let's hold on. Wait, let me go to the month of February. 5 years, February 16. I want to say. February,
No,
yeah,
that's when you start. Is that when you started or when you got affiliate?
that's when I started streaming. I got affiliate November 25th. Somewhere around. I know it's coming up this month though. The
Do you
21st.
remember the the fact that the one thing Neo gives me the most shit about on Vine,
Huh.
because you got to think, I only streamed for a week before I was affiliated.
Yeah.
So I got affiliated the 26th, so I started streaming the 20th. Your affiliate is 21st. I dang near started streaming the day you got affiliated, technically.
Yeah, but you were just a couple of years behind though.
Yep, just a couple years, a couple years. You know, you asked me this question, and I kind of think I want to ask you it because I know you've had some issues yourself. So, what keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated?
Yes.
Um, keeps me motivated is the community. Um, as all of you guys know, I've always wanted streaming to be a career ever since I was little. I've always wanted to have my I always wanted to have a community, a place to call home, um, a place where people can really relax and embrace themselves. And what keeps me motivated is, I guess, chasing my dream, and also you guys as well, because when when I was in the hospital in December and I couldn't really stream due to myself having heart issues and COVID kicking my ass, I was getting like a lot of messages, and
Yeah, a lot of us were really worried about you.
yeah, a lot of you guys were worried about me, and also the mod team as well. Um, and some friends outside of the Discord as well. You guys kept telling me I was gonna beat this, and after I'm done with this battle, I'll reach my full potential in streaming, and I'll push even harder. You know, so I guess that keeps me motivated. Is just that you guys are really, you guys really believe that I can do a lot of things with streaming and with the creating things as well. So that's what keeps me going every day.
It ain't just believing; it's knowing you can, buddy. We know you can.
Yeah.
Now, I want to I stop here because I asked you a few more questions than what I should have. If you want to ask me a couple more questions, you are more than welcome to as well.
Okay.
Just because I've asked a few different questions than you have, so you're more than welcome to ask me a couple more too.
Okay, here's one. If you could travel to any event in history, what would it be and why?
Hmm. King Arthur.
May I ask why?
Things make more sense back then. There was a right and wrong and a way to handle things, and I don't know. It just seemed like there was I know like things are a lot more modern now and stuff like that, but it just I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt like there was a lot less chaos. Kind of sounds like a crazy question answer, I know, but I've thought about that for a long time, and that's one thing that I always say I'm an old soul. I definitely was born in the wrong era.
Yeah, that's interesting. Hmm.
Plus, I get to have a sword, dude. Sword.
It's true.
How about you? You know what? How about you? Do you prefer to stream alone or with friends?
Um, it depends on the game. Like if it's horror games, with friends. I know Repo wouldn't count as a horror.
Repo does count as a horror game with friends.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
They
probably
added
with.
new monsters.
I have not. I've seen one of them from Magnus. He showed me earlier.
There's a tricycle monster.
For a minute, I thought it was a really good Photoshop that he did, and then I had to rewatch it and watch his VOD, and I was like, "Oh, that's not Photoshop at all." But
Imagine getting your ass kicked by a tricycle.
that's crazy. But yeah, probably with
Yeah.
friends.
See, I figured you were more of a friend gamer kind of person.
All
That's
right.
why I figured we'd get you playing some horror games.
Here's the last question for you. If you could listen to any music artist slash band for 6 months, what would it be?
Sleep Token.
Sleep Token? Okay.
If not them, Motionless in White,